What was the helmet of ancient Greek goddess Athena that had space for 100 cities? And we're going to read texts from ancient Greek texts to find out what was going on with her helmet. Now, we know that Athens, Greece is named after the ancient goddess Athena, who was a daughter of Zeus, but not really daughter. She sprang from his head. Athena emerged as part of her position as a patroness of Athens, Greece. Considered the city's protector, Athena often appears in Greek legend to assist various heroes like Hercules, Ulysses, and Jason of the Argonauts, and she helps warriors make wise choices that will eventually lead to victory. Athena in mythology. Homer wrote a hymn in Athena's honor. I began to sing of Pallas Athena, the glorious goddess, bright-eyed, inventive, unbending of heart, pure virgin, savior of cities, courageous, Tritoyenia. From his awful head wise Zeus himself bore her, arrayed in warlike arms of flashing gold, and awe seized all the gods as they gazed. But Athena sprang quickly from the immortal head and stood before Zeus, who holds the aegis, shaking a sharp spear. Aegis is a shield. Shaking a sharp spear, great Olympus began to reel horribly at the might of the grey-eyed goddess, and earth round about cried fearfully, and the sea was moved and tossed with dark waves, while foam burst forth suddenly. The bright son of Hyperion stopped his swift-footed horses a long while, until the maiden Pallas Athena had stripped the heavenly armor from her immortal shoulders, and wise Zeus was glad. Hail to you, daughter of Zeus, who holds the aegis, the spear and the shield. So that's Homer's poem to her. We also know that the Acropolis of Athens had in antiquity a very huge statue of Athena in the Parthenon. Parthenon, because Athena, the goddess Athena, was a virgin, called Parthena, meaning virgin in Greek, Parthenon. And that statue has not been found. They say that the ancient Greeks hid it when the Persians were coming to invade Greece. Nobody knows where that statue is, at least for now. Kindly support my Patreon account since YouTube has again demonetized my YouTube channel. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below. And I'm translating this for you from a Greek article. What was the helmet of Athena that had space for 100 cities? Study, but not just read. Study the sacred texts of our ancestors from another point of view, not the way they taught us, and unlock the information that they hide. The information that for centuries now has not allowed us to pay attention to every doctrine, every theory, and so we were lost in oblivion, forgetting our origins. We also underestimated the ancient Greek tradition and Greek mythology, in which is registered all our celestial past, but also all the distant history of our planet. We're talking about ancient civilizations, pre-flood civilizations, Atlantean civilizations, extraterrestrial technology, and the like. Our mythology was taught to us in such a way that we take it as a fairy tale, and some other mythology, foreign, is part of the official religion of today's Greeks. I will not expand on this because I will get away from the subject, the author says, and I do not want much to get carried away by my thoughts. So on the object, I refer to you to a point of the many that give food for thought of Homer's Iliad in Rhapsody 5, in verses 743 and 744. Krati δεεπ αμφίφαλον κυναίαν θέτω τετραφάλιρον χρήσιν κάτω πολίον Brisels Ararian. I have no idea what that means, but I just read it in Greek. Now the modern Greek version says, on her head, Athena wore a 4-horned helmet with a golden plume under which there was space for fighters of 100 cities. What helmet was that? Knowing that Homer knows very well what he is saying, he concluded that he means something else. Now, fighters from 100 cities, it could be one per city, it could be 100 men. We have no idea. It's still obviously pretty big. The conclusion is yours to make. Remember the following from Sallustius, the Neoplatonic philosopher of the 4th century, from his works on gods and the world. If you hide the truth with the myths, you prevent the disgusting of the fools and force the good to exercise philosophy. That's what he said. The first benefit we have from myths is that we must seek not to let our minds be slow. That the myths are divine and shown by those who use them. The myths were used by godly poets, the best of philosophers, those who instituted mysteries, and the gods themselves in oracles. But why myths are divine must be investigated by philosophy. Because every being rejoices in being like him and abhors his dissimilarity, the stories about the gods must also be like the gods, so that they become worthy of the divine essence, and the gods become benevolent, and those who narrate them. This you'll achieve only with myths, the writer says. The myths present themselves and the goodness of the gods, always according to the distinction between the explicit and the implicit, the invisible and the obvious, the explicit and the implicit. Since just as the gods have made common to all the goods of the senses, but the goods of the intellect have been given only to the wise, so the myths tell everyone that there are gods, but who are these and what are their powers? They appear only to those who can understand it. They also present the energies of the gods, because we can also call the world myth, where bodies and things are visible, but souls and minds are hidden. Moreover, if you want to teach everyone the truth about gods, on the one hand, the fools will despise it because they are not able to understand it, and on the other hand, the good will be bored of it. While if you hide the truth with myths, you prevent the disgusting of the fools and force the good to exercise philosophy. Finally, what was the helmet of Athena that Homer describes, under which there was a place for fighters of 100 cities? This is by Sirius, Photos, and I've translated it for you from a Greek article. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.